Colin?
Thank you very much.
You go ahead. No, you go ahead.
No, I'll sit in the back there. No, Wayne.
We're having a lot of Canadian standoffs over the seating. Everybody's being too polite. There are extra chairs. If anybody'd like to sit, please do sit. But I see some of us are cunningly hiding behind trees for the shade, which is great. Thank you all for joining us today for this event, which is really exciting and meaningful for us because it's the 1,000th homeowners in their homes thanks to the First-Time Home Purchasers Program. So yay! And of course, we know it's traditional for us to begin everything that we do with a prayer. So we've got our lovely Elder Linda St. Cyr-Sarek to give us an opening prayer and start us in a good way. So if everybody could stand.
Good morning. What an honor and a privilege it is to be doing the opening prayer for my lovely friend Megan from our local Seven Oaks Métis Council and her husband, or soon to be, I guess. I'm a marriage counselor, by the way, too. Not a counselor, officiant. I don't counsel. Gotta give a little plug in, Ron. Good morning. It's my pleasure to offer the prayers for this event. I want to first acknowledge that we are on Treaty 1 territory and the national homeland of the Red River Métis. God, our Creator, we thank you for this beautiful day and for the people gathered here for this special event. We thank you and ask for your blessing on those who work tirelessly to make this event happen. May your spirit always be with our leaders as they continue to work on our behalf. Bless them with good health and keep them safe wherever they go. Protect their families and loved ones. Thank you, Lord, for your mercy and grace. May you continue blessing us all, especially the new homeowners. Life can be busy and hectic at times, but let us never forget where our help comes from. This I pray in Jesus' name. Amen.
Thank you, Elder Linda. And in case you're wondering, Elder Linda hugs are the best hugs. So if you haven't had one and you need one, I strongly recommend. We'll let Elder Linda make it back through the bush to her chair. And the next person that we will be inviting up to speak is our Minister of Housing and Property Management, Will Goodon, who has been with the MMF for a very long time, knows the ins and outs of everything, and is very passionate about the cause of housing for our citizens. Please help me welcome Minister Will Goodon.
Well, when Kat says a very long time, it makes me sound old. But knowing that my kids grew up in the MMF is a sign that, it has been a long time. And, I remember when my son was born and, President Chartrand treated him like a nephew, like family, treated us all like family. And but when Hunter got cancer when he was just 2.5, David went out of his way to treat us, make sure that we were safe, that everything was good. So when we say the MMF and the Métis Nation is family, that's exactly what we're talking about. David kept bubble gum in his desk for Hunter because he knew that he liked bubble gum. And I'm going off on a tangent, but I just wanted to say that it has been a pleasure to be with the MMF for that long time, to be there when we had 3 staff, and to see the growth, and to, be a little bit of a help in that along the way in different ways, and it's just been an honor for me. Thank you, Elder Linda, for the hug and for the prayer. It's something that we always do, and I think it helps us to stay grounded in who we are as a people, as a nation. The other day we were at St. Madeleine celebrating, and they asked me to come and speak as a representative of that region of the Southwest. And they didn't tell me I had 2 minutes at that time, so nobody's told me I've got 2 minutes this time either. And apparently I spoke way too long. Even the president said, "You're supposed to have 2 minutes." Well, nobody told me, so that's where we're at. But I just wanted to say what a pleasure it is to be here. We've got Dominic and Joel. Where are they? Dominic, where are you? There we got Dominic and Joel were the first ones that we celebrated. So they're like number one in the, yeah, let's give them a hand. They were one of the first ones to receive the first time home purchase program. And we celebrated them at that time. They have a really nice little house. Apparently it's only like 5 minutes away from here, which is pretty cool. According to Dominic, she's done all the work in the house. No. Joel's been working hard and fixing it up, just like Megan and Josh have been doing here. And I know that they're very proud of their place. You know, when I came up here today and saw the beautiful yard, I love trees, to see the beautiful mature trees, the neighborhood, which is, you know, the elementary school's right there. I was talking to some neighbors about how great this neighborhood is, how safe it is. You know, it's just a wonderful place to see and for us to gather here to celebrate 1,000. 1,000 homes, it just still kind of blows me away. You know, when we started this program, it sounded really cool. It sounded really good, and there was a lot of interest in it. But when we look back now and see 1,000 homes, that to me, you know, there's a lot of numbers that we're going to be talking about today about the millions of dollars in mortgages, about the millions of dollars in economic spin-offs. But for us at the MMF, it's the families. There's 1,000 families in homes today who would have been renting or would have been living elsewhere today. They are building equity in their families. They have a safe place for their kids. They have a warm place for their kids to live. You know, we know that education, job opportunities come when you feel safe and secure in a place that you live. And that's what these 1,000 homes symbolize, 1,000 families. That's what it symbolizes to me. I wanted to give a big shout out to Louis Riel Capital Corporation. We've got Paul and Tyler and Adam, and I'm not sure who else. We've got a few others. Louis Riel Capital Corp delivers the program on behalf of the Manitoba Métis Federation. They do a fantastic job. I just wanted to give them a big shout out. Of course, you know, I want to, you know, we've got a lot of dignitaries. Not everyone's coming up to speak. Wayne Wasco, leader of the opposition, will be speaking today. We've got, of course, our minister. I spent a few days with her as we went on the Houston trip to learn about homelessness and some of the techniques that Houston has been able to manage to get some success. Really great to see you, Minister. And of course, we've got a couple of MLAs. We've got Richard Perchout from Selkirk and Carrie Hebert from Morden Winkler. My mom's from Morden Winkler. She grew up on a farm just south of Morden, so we've got a connection there. We're probably related. All Métis are related, and all Mennonites are related. I'll just say that out there, right? And when you got Métis and Mennonites, then I'm related to all of Manitoba as well. And my wife is Ukrainian, so there you go. We got it all covered. And of course, from CMHC, Diane Drader, wanted to give her a big shout out. CMHC, the federal government, you know, the funding that we use for this is through our housing subaccord. It's you know, a long-term agreement that we've got that allows us to do specific things like this, including building houses, repairing homes, and building special projects like our Midship Manor, the sort of Ronald McDonald House that we've got on Notre Dame, our transitional child aging out of care home on off of Henderson Highway. Those kinds of things are really important. So our funders, our partners are really important. And as I say that, I look at Minister Smith and about all the partnerships that I know we're going to be able to create with the province in the future. But I wouldn't be able to finish off without thanking our president, whose idea this was in the first place. We tweaked it and made a little bit of changes over the years so that it is more available, more accessible. But it was his brainchild, and I just wanted to say thank you to our president for that. It's been copied now across the country. We've bragged about it to the Prime Minister, the Premier, federal, provincial ministers, and they can't seem to get it right. So we keep telling them that we're open to collaboration, and we can help even more people with that collaboration. But again, it is about the families. It is about who we are as a people. We love our families, we love our community, and I can't think of a better place to be talking about number 1,000 than right here in Transcona at this beautiful place that's owned by Megan and Josh. So with that, I'll say thank you very much, and we'll let the MC, was that 2 minutes? I think it was 2.5. Thanks very much, everyone. Have a great day.
Thank you, Minister Goodon. I feel like he's pining for his usual MC role, but he's here in his official capacity. So for our next speaker, I recall when Premier Canoe came to speak to our AGA, he promised that if he was elected, that there would be Red River Métis people on both sides of the table. And Minister Bernadette Smith is somebody who absolutely embodies that with her warmth, her connection, and her sense of kinship with us all. So it's my pleasure to introduce Minister Bernadette Smith.
Oh, miigwech, I'm aerating your lawn here. I wore heels. Anyway, good morning, everyone. It's my pleasure, and I just feel really blessed to be here to bring greetings on behalf of the province and really come and celebrate and, just say how, I am so honored and just congratulate you on your new home. When I was 24, I couldn't imagine owning a home. And, just the MMF and all of the work that they've done. I grew up in the MMF. I grew up in the North End. I remember the little office that they had on McGregor Street and to where they are now and just the incredible work that they're doing. The L'Oreal Corporation and the delivery that they're doing. The 1,000th family that's going to live in this home to the first family that's here. To have both of those families here just shows, where they've come and where they're going. 1,038 families. And we're going to work together to make sure that even more families get into homes. I just think about, the opportunities we have to partner as governments. And, we had a cabinet meeting together. We talked about partnership. And we have so much opportunity. Our government is committed over 116 million towards building, maintaining, and creating partnerships. And this is one opportunity towards, getting folks into homes so that other people can get into rental homes. Because you were in a rental home before, so that gives someone an opportunity to get into that rental that you were once in. So I just want to say congratulations to you and your family that you're going to build, to you and Josh, but more importantly, to the community that you're going to live in. My sister lives on Hayes. She's lived in this community for a very long time. Her kids have grown up in this community. It's such a beautiful community, and I hear that Transcona has the most Métis people living in this community, so you're going to be well represented in this community. And, as the Métis community continues to build with, I'm sure you're going to add children to your household. And, it's just an honor and privilege to be here. And, of course, to our president, who's continued to build up the Métis Federation, to our housing minister from the Métis government. You do such great work. You continue to listen to your locals, to, the members. I want to recognize Linda in that prayer. Every time I come to, the gatherings, you always open up in such a beautiful way. And I've never been to one gathering where there's been there's always so many people that come, because the energy that is brought by our members and people coming together, that's what it's all about, is coming together for a common goal. And we want to work together collaboratively, and this is about collaboration and community and bringing people together for a common goal, and a common goal of making sure that people live well, live in a safe community, and that they can have a legacy. I'm 4 years away from being mortgage free. Never did I think that that would ever happen. So I look forward to you having that same vision. My son just bought his first home about 3 years ago. He wasn't in the same, they're double, they were both work at Boeing. They weren't under that same threshold, otherwise they would have applied to the MMF, because they're both card-carrying members as well. But, you know, I look forward to many other families being in the same opportunity. So again, congratulations, and, you know, continue to great work, MMF, and great job. Thank you. And they always gift us. That's what you love about coming to these events.
Minister Smith knows very well, if you aren't fed and you haven't been gifted, then you haven't been to a Métis event. It's all there is to it. And I think it's nice. One of the great things about Manitoba is I think when it comes to things like this, we celebrate together, and it doesn't actually have anything to do with political stripe. So on that note, I would like to introduce the official leader of the opposition, Wayne Owasco. Please come up and speak.
Wow. Good morning, everyone. And I noticed not too many people fought me for that seat in the front there, and it could be that it's a little warm today, but great pick, President Chartrand, and the rest of the Red River Métis government cabinet. Thank you very, very, very much for the invite. I'm also so glad that we picked to have a morning announcement, because I couldn't imagine doing this in a blazer, even though it's business casual, this afternoon. I do want to recognize again, thank you, Minister Smith, for your words, and my colleagues, MLA Hebert and MLA Pershot, who's joined us here today again. Minister Goodon, thank you for your words, encouragement. We've had the pleasure of working together for quite a few years now, and when Will gets up to speak, you know that it's coming from the heart, and you just can't necessarily reel that in at times. But it just shows that, again, it's coming from a good place. So thanks, Will. Of course, the entire cabinet, as I've already mentioned, always welcoming and always open to that collaboration and having those conversations. Elder Linda, thank you for opening us up in such a good way, because I think that's where we have to understand and acknowledge where we come from, the common place that we all come from. So thank you for that, and all your well wishes. Of course, President Chartrand, thank you for the invite. It seems like we're doing this every week and a half or 2 weeks. And as I say to that, I want to say congratulations to Megan and Josh. Beautiful home. You're right in the corner. You've got these incredible trees, shade trees that are absolutely going to outlive all of us who are here, but it is just a beautiful, beautiful piece of property. So again, not long ago, as I said, week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, we were gathered to celebrate MMF's role in revitalizing Winnipeg's downtown. And I said that I looked forward to joining them to recognize future milestones, and here we are. But I actually didn't have any clue that it was going to be quite this soon. To celebrate the significant milestone of welcoming the 1,000th family into a home is momentous. And thank you for everybody that has participated right from the get-go, to the first homeowners that have joined us here today. Congratulations, and now to the 1,000th. So it speaks volumes about the dedication and commitment that the Red River Métis, the MMF, has not only to our residents, the Métis residents in Manitoba, but to building and revitalizing Manitoba in its entirety. Owning a home is a dream of many, many And today we're not just cutting a ribbon, we're opening the doors to the 1,000th home. Home ownership provides stability, pride, and foundation that we've already heard from Minister Smith and Minister Goodon as well. And I know we're going to listen to President Chartrand right away. But it is that foundation to that brighter future, on top of education, on top of family values and culture, keeping our culture intact. I commend the MMF to their leadership and vision in making this program a reality. As we celebrate today, let's remember this is just one more step in the future to the larger journey to make sure and ensuring that everyone has the opportunity to achieve home ownership. I'm honored to be part of this celebration, and I look forward to many, many more celebrations and collaboration events working together. Congratulations to the MMF. Congratulations once again to Megan and Josh. Thank you everyone for attending this morning, and I look forward to being part of many, many more great events to come. So thank you, President Chartrand.
Thank you kindly. So the next speakers are the ones that are at the heart and center of this, and I think that everybody who works for the Red River Métis government hopes to see this kind of day where these are people who've been supported by the MMF throughout their young lives as they take off and launch themselves, but they also give back on a regular basis, which is amazing as well. And I have a funny feeling there's a lot of people here who are related to you. Is that the case? Can we get a little shout out from the family that's here to support them? Yeah, that's what it's all about. So now it's important for us to hear from these two, their thoughts on this and what it means to them. So Megan and Josh, would you please come up and give some remarks?
All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome to our home. First off, I just want to thank Linda St. Cyr for opening this up with a prayer in a good way. Linda is also the elder for our local, so quick shout out to Seven Oaks Métis Council local. So it's just even more special to have you here today to open it up that way. My name is Megan Young, and I'm so happy to be here with all of you today on the front yard of our beautiful new home, which me and my partner Joshua moved into almost 2 months ago. As I look out here, I see a lot of our family and friends who've been helping us so much these past few weeks to get us moved in and to do some renovations in the house. So it means a lot to have you all with us here, our little cheering section. Joshua and I are both proud Red River Métis citizens, and while we've seen President Chartrand and Minister Goodon many times up on the stage at so many MMF meetings and AGA, it's really special to have you come here to our home in honor of our house being the 1,000th house to go through the MMF First Time Home Purchase Program. So about 4 months ago, Josh and I, we decided to begin the process of looking for a house. We spent years working really, really hard and decided it was time to take this step together. We'd heard the Minister Goodon talk about this program, and we had some friends go through the program, so we knew we wanted to apply. We were so amazed at how easy, quick, supportive, responsive, and efficient this program was. Our approval took only a few days, and within a few weeks, we were moving into our home. We're so grateful for this program as it's allowed us to get a home that we can grow into. We are one of the 1,000 families that the MMF has supported in buying a home. We appreciate what this program has done for us, and we're so excited to celebrate this milestone with you all today. Merci.
Now that's Métis family. He's got to get roasted by them too, right?
I'm surprised they weren't louder. My uncle, my auntie,
Give them time. Give them time. Okay, and so just as a spoiler alert, there will be a gift, of course, because we know it's an event, but we'll let President Chartrand have the honors for that. So as somebody who does work regularly with President Chartrand, I can tell you personally how excited he gets when he sees the numbers go up for this. Every month we take a look at it, and every month we're excited about what we're seeing because we know it makes a difference in people's lives, and that's really what drives him. Now, I could probably keep going, but he's given me the eyeball, so so I'll stop and ask President Chartrand to come up and speak for himself.
Thank you very much. Again, Linda, thank you for your prayer. It's always customary. We do that to teach our young people the importance of prayer and how much it means to help us, guide us actually, and give us strength as a family. And I can't say enough with the reference that you made, Megan and Josh, having family here, because it's all about family. You know, you can definitely know that if something does happen, you know, water tank breaks or something, you'll have family right there that'll be there to help you, pick up that time you need. Your grandpa is the one for sure. And a typical Métis family is the same, like no different when I get home. Josh says, I know my role. I just sit back and be quiet. I know my same thing happens. I may talk out loud here, but at home it's a different story. So, but Bernadette, it's great to see you here. Wayne, it's also, of course, Minister Smith. I always call her because she's my cousin, so I always refer to her just as Bernadette instead of Minister Smith. And good to see you, Wayne, here, and all the other MLAs that are here today. And of course, even my leaders that are here today, Jack Park, Dave Boudon, Andrew Carey, and I understand Anita Campbell's here, and Cindy. Oh, there she is. I actually have a problem with my one eye. I got a stroke behind my eye here, so I can't see good with this eye. So, so if I ignore somebody, if I missed you, blame the eye. It's supposed to be healing, so we'll take care. Hopefully, it'll take care of itself. But anyways, yeah, this was a dream of our people who told us, and especially grandparents. Here's grandpa. Grandparents told us this many moons ago in my visits and consultations, discussions. You've got to help our kids get a home. They have to have that head start. They need that head start. So we need to make sure that they have a chance to buy a home. And a lot of times you reflect and think about, you know, why aren't Josh and Megan buying a house, or the first-time homeowners? I'm very pleased to see the first-time homeowners here again, Dominic and Joel. I'm very, very proud of that. Trust me, I'm very, very touched in my heart to see the first ones here. But really, when you reflect about it, you start thinking is that as a family and as a couple, you know, I was telling Megan there on the side and Josh, the head start is coming now for the next generation. There's 1,038 families. That's over 2,100 people living these homes today now. That's over nearly 600 children living in the homes that they bought so far, 1,038. And when their kids come here, eventually, when they come, I'm sure Grandpa wants it sooner, but they can take your time. But aside from that, those kids will have a head start, and that's the vision I see, the future. I always look ahead in life and look towards what we need to do to make sure our head start that was taken from us in 1870 is now being rebuilt by us. It's good to see CMHC here too. So CMHC, we have had a long time relationship. I don't know which that person is in the crowd here, CMHC. If you're here somewhere. Is that you back there? Okay. And so it's good to see. We have had some battles with CMHC in the past, and we had built relationships, good relationships, some fighting relationships. But it's good to see that in the last era, times have changed. We've been pushing hard to governments, both provincial and federal. You know, we're not asking for a handout. Métis are proud people. All we're asking is our taxes back. We pay taxes, we want that back to us. We can reinvest to our people. And that's what is happening in Canada today, where some of these resources are being returned to us. We've been paying billions and billions upon billions in taxes for such a long time. We've never received programs like housing, education. All these things are vital. As Megan said, she's going for a master's. She looks pretty damn young to be going for her master's, but I'm very proud of her. 24 years old. She'll be, next year she'll have her master's. But you start looking at it, you know, that's the way out. People always ask, like, how can we help the people that are struggling, the working poor, the middle class, the lower middle class levels of incomes? How do we help them? Well, you damn well give them that little head start sometimes they need. And all Megan and Joshua needed was just that little bump up, and the rest is theirs. Because when people do math, you know, it's cheaper actually to own a house and pay a mortgage than it is to rent. If you do the math, it shows you that. So, but you're actually paying yourself now, and actually you're paying your children's future, because they one day will own this house. And that's how I look at it too. My grandchildren, my granddaughter, she's going to own my house. And that's, you know, I have a longer mortgage than you, by the way. I think I had 5 years. But I actually added once already. I paid out my mortgage, and my mom's house burned. She had no insurance, so I got another mortgage, and I built her a new house. So before she passed. Anyway, so when you look at the future, it's important to recognize that this vision we had as a government was that all we needed to was the freedom. Because if bureaucracies kept us tied up with the red tape, we'd never be able to do what we did for Megan and Josh and for Dominic and Joe. Dominique, I think is the proper phrase. And the 1,036, I'll call them now, that are out there that also are homeowners. And there's more looking right now. There's over 200, I think, still looking today right now. And in fact, the last 7 months, 100 families bought their houses. We've actually invested and put into the economy $250 million just on this program alone. So that's something to be proud of as Métis people for our province. You look at the employment factor that comes with this, because when you actually buy a home, as they told me already, we're doing some repairs, we're doing this. Joshua said, I got to do a new garden, I got to get somebody to help me, and all the rest of it. So, but it's going to cost money. It's going to cost them to go and buy new product, things for their home, fixing up their house, painting their house, changing the kitchen, whatever it's going to be. Every house, they'll buying a lawnmower, and the list goes on and on. So the economy gets a good spin. And about $50 million in the economy spin is happening to stores out there that don't realize that this program is really boosting some of their sales in their lumber yards, in the Ronas of the world, the Walmarts of the world. All of them are benefiting from this Canadian Tire, because Joshua, Dominique, and all others will go keep on buying more to make sure their house is upkeep in a good position. So I think that's what's not really being recognized, the true financial contribution we're giving to the economy. And it's important to recognize that. But it's all about, and I've run the government as a family. I've been there 27 years as a president, and to me, I've always run it as a family in my vision of where I want to go as a leader. And cabinet has followed the same ideology, and so has my people. So I can't say enough, Mr. Goodon. I thank you for the work you do as the minister, and of course all the staff. Like, he named all the staff. Thank God I didn't have to name, because I don't know them. So because I don't hire them, and they are hired by their departments. I do know them. I see them in hallways or something. I say hi, and they walk by me, and I say, "What's that guy's name? What's her name?" So, but I actually forget names so quick. But I don't forget numbers. I'm a number man. So when it comes to that kind of points, it's always recognize the people in the backgrounds that are doing the work to make it real and make it available. So I'm looking forward to. I had an interview yesterday with CJOB. The question, he said, how come yours is working and others is not working? And I'll tell you why. Because look at that crowd right there. That's family. That's why it's working. And people that don't give up. One thing about Métis, we don't give up. So it never piss us off. Leave us alone and let us do our thing. Because if you take something from us, we'll fight for it and we won't give up. St. Madeleine took us 80 years to get the land back. Our land claim took us 32 years in the court, and we won 130-something years later. So we don't give up on something that belongs to us, and so it's very important people understand that. And also I want to reference some statement here. You heard our MC recognize this is on Treaty 1 territory, and Red River Métis second. We do that on purpose, because I definitely can say this is the home of the Red River Métis, which it is, without doubt. But I'm giving respect to the First Nations, because they were here thousands of years before we were here. So I always make sure we reference them first in our introductions and in our thank yous. So, and I hope they see that. I hope they recognize that, because we're having some challenges. Like even the Free Press article I read this morning about this professor who knows everything about homelessness that criticized our team that went out to Houston. Apparently she's the expert of it all. And I don't know why we're wasting our time anymore and trying to find solutions. Just go to her. She has all the solutions in the world. And criticizing our people to go learn more about Houston and learn what's happening to homelessness, because it is a pressing issue. And it could be your family, it could be my family, we never know. So it's important to recognize that we look at any type of programs, and like our program. This program, as asked by CGOB, how come yours works? CMHC, you shut yours down. And why? Because what needed to be adjusted or fixed to make it work. And we, as you heard Minister Goodon say, we adjusted ours. We try to make it fit within the family and within the income of the families. Because I said all they need is a little boost, is all they need, because they got family support behind them, plus they're hardworking people. And they both got jobs, they both got careers, and so does Dominique and Joel, they got careers. They're not, look, people were panicking in my office and in the meetings. Well, the interest rate's going up. So yes, it's going up, it affects everybody. But it's coming down now. But it didn't panic the homeowners. They're still looking for houses in the interest rate. Because there was a study done on economics in Manitoba after COVID. about the state of the economy and how do you feel about your businesses and your jobs and your future in this province. Well, it was all for, not just for Métis, for other peoples. Everybody came back and they had this kind of down attitude. It's harder, not sure we'll succeed, we're probably not going to have to shut down, on and on and on. High percentage was on a negative vision of the future. The Métis came back with all this hell that was going through with the COVID and hardship of businesses. Optimism, we are going to do it. 70% of them said we're going to make it, we're going to survive. And so it just shows the optimism and the hard work and dedication will take you a lot further ahead. So again, to Seven Oaks Local, it's good to see you. I'll commend them. Probably end up going to one of your meetings now to go listen to you and listen to what you guys are doing. But again, it's a great honor for me as the president to say congratulations to you. We got a little gift for you, and it's right there. So you have your first steak on me. So there's a barbecue. Your grandpa, I'm sure, will be cooking for you right away. So yeah, there you'll have your first steak. I'm sure there's a steak Safeway not far from you. In fact, I drove by just to look around. You got a skateboard, you got a school, you got a college. You choose a very good location. So your real estate value is going to keep on rising. So again, on behalf of my government, behalf of our people, thank you all for coming. Thank you to the families that are standing beside Megan and Josh, and I know you'll be there throughout tough times and good times. And same thing with Dominique and Joel. Thank you for being here as the first-time homeowners. Imagine we had about 1,038 of you out here. That would be a hell of a thing to see, right? And maybe we will. We'll have a plan. We'll have a big barbecue one day and get everybody out to a picnic park somewhere and celebrate. So we got to watch. When I say something, I end up doing it. But again, it's good to see. I'm very proud of all the families, and I know my cabinet feels the same way. And but it's just a proud moment for us. And I can't wait to see 2,000. And it will come. There's over 200 looking already. There'll be 1,238. Plus, we're repairing 2,500 houses right now, private homes across the province. So Will's doing that, and apartments. As you know, soccer apartments coming up, and already we're Hoover booked for the family here. Just to spread the word, we're building a new apartment on Anderson. We bought Roxy Lanes. We're going to rip that down. We'll get a permit, and we'll start a new apartment block there. And then we're also looking at building another apartment block on St. James, right across Cinnamon Park. So we're looking at that particular location. So our construction is still going to be quite widely invested, and I'm sure the province is very proud of that because they're taking a bunch of taxes from us, so is the city. So, but aside from that, it's a great honor to live in this beautiful city we call Winnipeg and this beautiful province we call Manitoba. So thank you very much. Miigwech.
We're going to give this to Dominique and Joel.
So I'm going to ask the president to stay up here, and in case Dominique and Joel, you thought you would just be able to be here in the background, can you please come to the front? Please come to the front. This is for you.
Okay. What'd you give them? So I don't even know what you're getting, Dominique, Joel. Nobody told me. But that's classy. And if it's not a barbecue, I'd complain if I were you.
That's for them.
Okay. Well, it's not a barbecue. I don't know what could be fitting inside there. It's probably a card or something.
And I've actually heard that there's a few other of our home purchasers in the audience. If anybody's here, can you please come forward? Don't be shy. Oh, there we go.
So just for media's sake, I just got a heads up from our staff department. This morning it's 1,069 homeowners that have bought their families that bought their houses. Oh, these are all homeowners. Oh wow.
Sorry, there's some
Guys right there, yeah.
I'm an idea guy.
Oh yeah. Sure.
My Kelly's cousin. Hi, how are you?
You guys got yours already?
And then everybody talks about how they all know each other, because that's again how these things work.
Exactly, families.
Alex, nice to meet you.
Yeah. I gotta say, there's more of you guys in the audience than I thought there was. You guys are just doing my heart good. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. So now I'd like to invite all of the speakers to, if they can come up. Yeah. As well as the cabinet. So Minister Campbell, that means you can't sit in the middle of the crowd anymore. You have to come forward, please.
You stay in front. You're the center.
And Elder Linda, if you can please come forward too.
Is there any way you can get the homeowners behind us if you don't mind?
Yeah, sure.
Packing up, I'd love to see the homeowners there.
Mr. Wasco, did
I'd
you
love
want
to
to
take
come
a picture of them
forward
after
too,
too.
please?
Right, Kelly?
You're just going to be part of the photo up here. We're going to do the ribbon cutting, yeah. Yeah, I'm Brendan. Just as part of the, yeah, we're doing the photo op. Yes. Okay. Okay.
When I was sitting there, that was very hot. Yeah.
Where's the family? Come more to the front, family. We can see you. You can't see you behind the tree.
If I'm selected.
The daughter.
You got to come see this family.
Gonna cut the ribbon.
No more peanut gallery heckling in the corner. You got to come forward and see it.
Come watch her cut the ribbon. Okay. Everybody's ready? Okay, on your mark. Up to 3. 1, 2, 3.
We're coming for steak.
Stay, my Elder Linda, you might as well stay. Just do the closing prayer. Yeah, I'll introduce.
Thank you so much.
Hey, I want a picture of the homeowners.
Yeah, absolutely. We're just going to do closing prayer. And then,
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, everybody. Before we start talking barbecues and plans for the future, we're just going to we're going to have a closing prayer, and then I'm asking all of the homeowners who are here to stay for a photo op. So we'll just do it the closing prayer now. Elder Linda, thank you.
Oh boy, what an event. Congratulations again to Josh and Megan. And if you would help me, God our Creator, as this event comes to an end, we want to thank you for making it a success. We give you honor and praise for the time we had together. As we leave here and go our separate ways, we ask that you send your angels to go before us to guide us safely to our next destinations and then home. Lord, please bless us always and continue providing for all of our needs. In so doing, that we may also be a blessing to others. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Thank you.
Thank you, Elder Linda.
You set it up, the homeowners over there.